You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 5th meeting for the LaPorte County Alcoholic Beverage Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Fifth day of June. Members of this local board one are myself, Matt Sikorsky, LaPorte County.
Rodney McCormick, LaPorte County.
Scott Melling, Michigan City.
And Michelle Trevor, State Excise Police.
Okay, are there any people here who wish to voice opposition to any of the permits on the agenda today? And nobody. Okay, well, all people in attendance seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after violation, please stand with the remonstrators and raise your right hand. Thank you. Do each of you solemnly swear to or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you have given on your application or any testimony you may give in response to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. For our board this morning, we have 3 renewals. The first one is Gamma Lambda chapter of Phi Delta Kappa Fraternity, 401 Alfred, Michigan City. Harbor County Adventures Incorporated, 200 Heisman Harbor, Michigan City. And Dollar General Store, number 11765. I'll take a motion.
We have Lighthouse.
And we missed one.
What, did I miss one?
Yeah, Lighthouse Liquor.
Oh, okay.
Section
I'm
4
sorry.
renewals.
Lighthouse Liquors, 501 Washington Street, Michigan City as well.
Move to recommend renewal.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Okay, now we have a new permit. That is DL 4634085. Dollar General number 10662.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Alex Intermo, Bozeman, McKinney, and Evans.
Have a seat if you'd like.
We'll sit. We'll get comfortable. Settle in. You're going to stay a while. That's fine. We can talk for as long as you like about Dollar General and how they do things. But Alex Intermo, and I have with me.
Good morning, I'm Catherine Collins. I'm the district manager for this location.
Okay, good morning.
So, and we will, like I said, field all the questions that you have, but I know that you're all familiar with Dollar General because I've been up here before talking to you about Dollar General. So this was a permit that was came available due to a little nuance law, and the ATC created new beer, wine, grocery permits in certain communities. This was one. Dollar General saw the opportunity and applied for the permit. Brings us here today. This store will be just like all of the other Dollar General stores. They card everybody, 0 tolerance if someone has a violation and sells to a minor or does something else that they shouldn't do. Registers have the software to prevent them from selling times that they shouldn't, which for Dollar General, that's really the Sunday time frame, the 12 to 8, because they're not open, late enough that the 3 a.m. would matter. They have a great compliance record in the state, not perfect, but for the number of permits and the number of stores, they do a really good job and take it seriously. And I can tell you firsthand, when they do have an issue, everyone in the store gets retrained. They have regular updates with staff, with the employees, to make sure that everyone is thinking about how to do the right things in selling alcohol, and all of that will apply at this store. Warm beer still, and wine. What am I forgetting? Anything you want to like to add, or any questions from the board?
No, we just also have what we call CDL compliance. And so we require that our employees quarterly go back and they review what the license is, what our expectation is to stay in compliance with the licenses as far as alcohol, as far as tobacco, as far as, minors and selling it. So, but that's it.
Do you know where you're going to put it yet?
So, once, if he doesn't decline, because I heard him saying that when he walked in, we're allocating the space for it right now. We'll probably put it towards the front of our store.
Okay. Okay, the store, the manager that was there when I was in this morning, she's like, I have no idea where it's going.
Well, she's a key holder, she's not really a manager.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
You typically do that as well. That's kind of like Sightline as well. And there's
Absolutely.
generally somebody near the registers so they can kind of keep an eye on that. And if
Yes.
somebody's there that looks like they ought not be hanging around the beer and wine.
So it's only warm, nothing cold.
Correct.
No.
And refresh me, where is this store? I'm not good with the addresses.
So it's 2052 US 20.
Evergreen,
The Evergreen Plaza, that's right. That's
all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Lucky Hatchet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my yes.
So you can get a Frosty Boy in the middle and then get a warm beer.
Absolutely.
Okay. To go.
You can sell cold wine, but I don't know that I've ever seen
So-
that. I don't know that you do a lot of that.
No, not in that area, and the reason is because we don't have a lot of cooler space, right? And so we're really trying to also accommodate, those who need milk and, low income and things like that.
I'm curious, in other Dollar Generals that have the same liquor license, what percentage of their sales roughly are represented by alcohol?
You know what?
It's a good question. So I can tell you generally, I know this from other stores and some matters I've been involved with. I want to say it's a really productive store, somewhere around 10 to 15%. That is a guesstimate, and it's from a hearing I was involved with 18 months ago. So it could have changed now, but it's not a huge percentage.
Yeah.
It's really just, it's the model. They want consistency across the brand. Most of their stores do have beer and wine, including other states. It's not just Indiana, so it's nationwide.
Yeah.
Kind of tertial, kind of secondary to this are there any plans to update that store and bring it up to the new DG market standards or anything?
So not right now. We really just had a lot of turnover in that store. I have a new manager that's just taken over, and he hasn't even been there 90 days. I think he's at
Just
about his
curious.
40th day. So right now, no.
It's really neither here nor there.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Do you come in, are you going to come in and train the current staff if they want to work registers for your carding procedures and all that? Or do
Absolutely.
you bring in someone with experience to try and?
So I come in.
Okay.
Again, we have those CBOs, the compliances in place that everyone has to take without me being there, right? It just pops up.
Right.
Hey, this is what you have to take. And then I get the email message that, hey, this person didn't take it, and, they have within this amount of time to take it. So I do come in, if approved here today, I will head there just to make sure that everyone there understands and that we know that this is a big deal, right? And make sure that the compliances are checked off.
Is that like a computer training that they?
So it is.
Okay.
It is, yes.
I should clarify, I was thinking about your question and the percentage of sales. So I'm thinking back to that. It wasn't that the alcohol sales were 10 to 15%. It was when stores that have beer and wine offering, their per transaction goes up 10 to 15%. So that's not exactly attributable to like what percentage of the store's sales are beer and wine. But I do know that there was 10%, and it's
good metric.
That's, yeah, that translated to just how much people were buying, but not necessarily beer and wine.
Because I bet the sales of alcohol is
Yeah.
3%, 5%,
I would
something
say
like.
5%.
My guess was
Yeah.
5 to 10, and I know nothing.
Yeah.
I think that, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, 10%. But that's what it was. That's what the data that we had in that matter was, that it's really just as a business. And I don't know why, but I can speculate that maybe it's people then viewed, all right, they do now have everything. They have beer
Yeah,
and wine and all the grocery and
Yes.
all the other items that they may have at some larger competitor stores. And so they do more of their shopping at Dollar General, but
Are we ready to entertain a motion?
Well, I have one question. You brought up, you said something about retraining. How often do that happen?
So we do have a CDL compliance that happens quarterly. And so how it works is, it pops up there to take it. And we also have weekly compliance document that prints out with everyone's name in the store, from manager to the person who sweeps the floor, that they all have to take that. And so then it comes to me saying that they did or they did not. So quarterly, 90 days to 6 months, they reiterate that, especially around the retraining and the rechecks happen around holidays, because we know we sell a lot more with the 4th of July coming, like for Memorial Day. The reminder comes out from the corporate office saying, hey, we need to check and make sure that everything's in place.
Well, my question, the attorney said when you guys do have a compliance problem,
Yep.
you hurry up and retrain. So
That happens immediately.
Immediately.
That happens immediately, and I know because on the handful of times there have been violations issued. I think there may have been one up here a year or so ago. Not one of your stores, I don't think. I don't want to give you a heart attack. Northern Indiana. We get notified from Dollar General Corporate. We work with the ATC prosecutor to resolve the violation and pay the penalty. And consistently, every time that we've been involved with that, retraining is something that we're able to say under oath that happens, promptly, immediately. Employees terminated, no longer with the company, and then district managers and managers get together and they retrain everybody, not only CBO, but like face-to-face, talking that here's how we're supposed to do things.
Michelle, I'm going to assume Dollar General has a good operating record in general. Do we have any red flags from other stores?
No, for the amount of alcohol permits that they have across the state, they have minimal violations. But, they happen occasionally. I unfortunately got the Dollar General cited on the grand opening day in South Bend.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't know it was grand opening day. We just did a compliance check there. It was just yes, and they failed. And it was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Which South Bend location, may I ask?
Lincoln Way, I think. And I go, you just opened today? She's like, yep. First day we're open, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. But
Let's try to avoid that.
and that's why I remember. Well, and that's why I remember it, because it does not happen at Dollar General very often. So
I do know that it was a couple years back, and you and I had conversations that there were a couple stores that were having issues with the self-check. You remember that?
Yeah.
But they're doing away with that. Not necessarily because of the alcohol. There were other issues. But
Shrinkage.
I just bring that up because when there are issues, usually we're talking with Officer Trauber and the other excise officers around the state. We convey that to Dollar General, and they do listen and try to make sure that they're doing a good job.
yeah, and we don't. I don't ever want anyone to lose their job. It's Dollar General policy, but they do. They terminate them right then. So it's like, yikes. Okay, so they're trying to.
Policy.
Yeah,
And you've had the training, you've had the CBO, and you've had the face-to-face training. So, I think sometimes people want to look at, oh, well, you look old enough to buy it. Yeah. And that's not our way.
What is the card policy? Above 40 or everyone?
It's everyone, every time, every
Purchase alcohol.
transaction.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we're ready to entertain a motion.
I'll take a motion.
I make a motion to approve the license for DL 46344085.
I second that recommendation.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, you too. Safe travel back.
Yep.
What's your name?
Decline.
I love that.
I'm Scott. Scott.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the May minutes as sent out if everybody
Second.
had a chance to.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'll take a motion to adjourn Board 1.
Motion to adjourn.
Wait,
Okay.
I just had a quick question. I'm here for Hunsley for renewal.
You're on board too,
Okay,
and it's automatic,
yeah,
so you don't have to be here unless you have questions.
no, it was way to get out of starting tomorrow's special.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Been the ones for a long time, and it's if you don't get our questions and you're not there,
Yeah, you're on my board. It's good to see you, though.
Yeah, we got 2 boards today, so that's all right.
Okay. I'm glad you
Anyway,
came.
all those in favor of adjourning Board 1?
Aye.
Any opposed? Board 1 is adjourned.
Bye, Donna.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Good morning. We are going to start board number 2. The members of board number 2 are myself, Lisa Daniel King.
Rodney McCormick, LaPorte County.
Matt Sikorsky, LaPorte County.
And Michelle Trevor, State Excise Police.
Okay, today we have 3 automatic renewals. DBA Dick's Bar, DBA El Bracero, and DBA Monty's. Can I have a motion to?
I'll make a motion to approve for 2 years.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? No. Motion carries. May I get a motion for the, to approve the May 1st meeting minutes, please?
Motion to approve May 1st meeting.
I'll second it.
Minutes.
I'll second both of those for Rodney.
All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Motion carries. Any new business for board number 2?
Nope.
Seeing none, we can adjourn board number 2, 10:18. That was quick.